Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about two very specific topics. Now, the first part of this video, I'm going to try and make it nice and as quick as possible. We're simply going to talk about the NeoWiz developers and their thoughts on looking into a console version of Bless Online. I've made a video about this before saying that Bless Online, there being a console version, is a possibility, and basically the stance hasn't changed much. There's it's still the same thing. In this interview here with WCCF Tech, who I've used for many other console port leaks and stuff like that before, have once again interviewed another developer. So I figure at this point we can say that they're a pretty reliable source. They're the same ones who gave us the information for Terra Console, Black Desert Online, all that stuff. And as always, special shout out to my man Wiley14 for hooking me up with this article to share with you guys. And let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about this interview a little bit and just get into what they have to say about consoles, so that way I don't burn too much of you guys' time. But the second half of this video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts and impressions about the drama revolving around Bless Online and stuff like that, and how I think us console players need to go looking into this game if it really does come to console sometime in the future, because as you guys know, the game's having a pretty rough time right now with the community, if you guys don't know, but we'll get into that part later on in the video. So WCCF Tech asked them a bunch of questions all the way down from the grind of the game, if it'll be easing up, how long will the game be on Steam Early Access, are there going to be any noticeable improvements to the game's netcode, what about graphics quality, is that going to be upgrading, will there be region lock? They ask all kinds of really good questions here, and I think you guys, honestly, if you're interested in Bless Online, you should really check out this article, especially if it does come to console and you're thinking about it in the future. It does give us just a little taste of what we're getting a piece of here. Will there be any controller support? Now, this is the only thing that that bugs me when it comes to the console version. They say it's a possibility and they're looking into it, but they say it's not in their current plan, but we never say never. How are you going to make a console version of this game if you don't even plan to have controller support for it for PC, which is which I just find weird. Like, every console port that I've seen come to console has controller functionality in some way, shape, or form. Like, for God's sakes, World of Warcraft can be played with a controller. It's difficult, but it can be done. There's controller options for World of Warcraft. So I don't know. I don't know about that. That strikes me as a little off. They talk about player and guild housing, brand new PvE and PvP content. They go to talk about raids, 10v10, 20v20, 5v5. There's all kinds of really good, interesting stuff in here that they got planned. Their monetization plan, how they plan on supporting the business. You guys get all that stuff. Let's see here. And of course, they go to say, for the final question, a while ago, a rumor circulated regarding a potential release of Bless Online on consoles. Is that something you are still considering and might happen at some point? They go to say that NeoWiz is interested in multi-platform and investing in R&D, which is research and development, for a potential console version. But we do not have any announcements for that specific goal yet. Meaning there's not much to share. They're still, researching the possibility. So I think it's safe to say that development for a console version probably hasn't started yet. I think, if they decide to do this, I think at the earliest we may hear something maybe next year. But I can't picture us hearing anything about this anytime soon. But so you guys know, they do plan on, they are researching and looking into this, to bringing this for console. Now, on to the second part of this video. So Bless Online over these past few days has had a lot of drama online, you could say. There's been a lot of just, negativity revolving around the game. Apparently it's been having a bit of a rough launch. It's poorly optimized, and I've heard all kinds of crazy crap. There's even a video out there saying, by a really big MMORPG YouTuber as well, saying that it's like a disgrace to the MMORPG genre, or something along those lines. Now, I'm not going to sit here in this video and tell you guys all those opinions are not justified and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, guys. We are, the consumer. We invest, money into a game. We expect a decent product. Common sense, nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, Bless Online, it's early access does warn, that it is a soft launch. It's still kind of, like a beta build. It is going to be something that, evolves and goes through a development cycle over time. Like for example, let's take games that just in their vanilla stage compared to what they are now. Like look at Skyforge, especially its console version, and Skyforge had a very, very rough launch. You guys know me. I went ham on that game in 2017. I've told people that so many times, and now it had some small optimization issues, some bugs and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna give you a second here. Look at that game, how it runs on console right now.
And enhanced enough.
And that's what I'm saying, guys. Like these games, and the way they do things today isn't the best, especially for a lot of us older gamers, especially if you're in my age range and you're like an 80s baby and all that fun stuff. I get it. Trust me, this whole bug fixes after launch patch thing, we got to wait for these patches for the game to work right. It does feel like you're getting an incomplete product. I'm not going to argue with that. I've said that, myself many times. I'd be a complete hypocrite to judge those kind of things. But the point of what I'm saying, guys, and the main thing that I want to stretch out, especially to my console players right here, is you guys need to remember something. Developers are already sketchy and afraid to port games to console as it is. Mainly because it's a very expensive process, and bringing MMOs to console is extremely difficult thanks to, the UI, the limited control scheme, and all that stuff. There's so many moves and different things you can do on a PC that are really hard to cram down on a controller for a console. Now, granted, that's not the big excuse a lot of people can use anymore, because a lot of these consoles now are mouse and keyboard compatible. So they could say, hey, we're going to bring this MMO to console. However, mouse and keyboard is required to play it. Like Fortnite, you can play that on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Full on mouse and keyboard support. Yes, there are probably mouse and keyboard players in your console lobbies, guys, in case you didn't know. But the one other thing I want to stretch here is like a console development kit. $10,000 to $15,000 for console development kits, possibly more now. Depending on what kind of features they want to add and stuff like that. Especially with the PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One X enhanced stuff, they probably cost even way more than that. This was like the price of them 2 or 3 years ago. And the thing is, it's an expensive process. They have a very set amount of limitations they can do with console. The graphics have to be brought down some. It has to be built for a machine that's weaker and more limited than a gaming PC, which can have multiple ranges and options. Now, the thing I just want you guys to remember is, we get games like this, we're unsatisfied. We go all over social media, all on YouTube and everything like that, and we just bash the hell out of them. We bitch to our heart's content and stuff like that. That's cool. But let me ask y'all something. What do you think is going through these developers' minds when they're already skeptical, good God, about bringing their game to console as it is, and then they see these kinds of reactions from, just their PC version? They'll probably be afraid that guys like, me, Nova, or Garland, anybody that supports console MMOs will just freaking, just rain the hammer down on them and wreck them. Meaning they spent all that time, resources, and money just to get slandered all over the internet. And now, because of the bad reputation that they're getting, they may not even make a profit for it. Their move to bring their game to console may not even be worth it. I'm just saying, guys, if you look at it through a developer's eyes, that's a very, very, very shitty and scary feeling, at least in my opinion. So I'm not going to say, sit here and, justify everything that Bless Online's, done and stuff like that. It's had a fail in the past. They tried to bring it back, and it's having a rough time now. It may bounce back from it. It's been literally a day or two. Like, I understand, that there are some issues with the game and stuff like that, but it hasn't been here long. I mean, yes, it was released before, so, I can't give them an excuse. It's been in development for a long time. So, after all this, your natural reaction would be this game should be perfect. But I'm just saying, and especially console players, guys, go into this game with an open mind on all aspects. Because a lot of our impressions that we leave on these MMOs now and stuff like that are going to affect what we get in the future. And PC, I understand, you guys have a million MMOs and stuff like that on your platform. You guys aren't gonna tolerate it. Perfectly understandable, perfectly justified. I am not gonna argue with that because I understand exactly where you're coming from. But us console players, we have a handful of MMOs we can choose from. Some are great, some are absolute trash. And we, our only hope is, that developers want to bring their game to our platform. So console community, I ask you guys, even regardless of everything you're seeing on the internet with Bless Online now, if this game does come to console in the future, just look at it with an open mind. So that way, we can at least show developers they don't have to be so intimidated about bringing their games to our platform. Anyway, guys, y'all agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. If you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy, Tanek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out. Take care.